if I do die, they don't have to worry about, like, if I do get eaten, there are a million girls that could replace me. They haven't shot anything. They haven't wasted any celluloid.
Welcome to Couch Surfing, the show where trailblazing guests look back at their big roles, their little roles, and everything in between. I'm here with Emily Mortimer. Emily, thank you so much for being here. You ready?
Yes, I think so.
You ready? Don't
yes.
be scared.
No, I'm not.
We're going to have so much fun, I promise.
Okay.
All right, first clip.
So this is The Ghost in the Darkness. This was pretty much the first film I was ever in, and I had to get eaten by a lion, which is about to happen now.
So you star opposite Michael Douglas, Val Kilmer, biggest names of the decade, and a lion.
And this lion. And okay, so I had just arrived, literally maybe 3 nights before I'd come on an airplane to South Africa, and this was my first scene, and I arrived on this set full of millions of people. It's making me laugh. I haven't seen it. Oh my God, I haven't seen it ever since it came out.
Take it all in.
Oh my God, it's terrifying.
Here it comes.
Okay, so that's...
Here it comes. That's what we call a Mortimer sandwich.
Holy shit. Anyway, so I, poor me. I mean, I really do feel sorry for myself. I arrived. I'd never been in a movie before, and I was in this huge movie.
Right.
I only had about 4 lines, because as you can see, quite quickly I got eaten by a lion.
You did.
But I arrived on the set, and first of all, they showed me the lion. They said, this lion's very hungry, and he hasn't been fed for 3 days, so that he's really good in the scene. And I was like, okay, great. Thinking, wait, that's scary. And then someone comes up and says, don't make too many sort of big gestures while this lion is coming at you, because if you do, it will see you, and it will think that you are preying on its prey, and then you will become the prey. But I could hear the lion pound. I mean, I could hear it on the ground.
King of the jungle charging towards you.
Charging towards you.
Ready to eat you for lunch.
Yes.
Next up.
Next up. Oh, God. Oh, this one. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, so this is Notting Hill.
And your character is named Perfect Girl.
The perfect girl.
The perfect
I am
girl.
billed as the perfect girl.
So just how perfect did you have to be to land this role?
Well, I was perfect when I went for the audition, obviously, because I got the part.
Right.
And then by the time I got the job,
girl.
by the time I got the job, I'd been rendered less perfect.
So you had an allergic reaction to a suit that you found at a thrift store, and you
Yes.
showed up on set
Yes.
with hives and a face that was
Yes.
full because of steroids.
How do you know all this?
Because I do my research. I want to know how you act through that. A body covered in hives, a face of steroids, and you're supposed to be the perfect girl.
Yes, every time I got nervous, which you do when you're acting, I got hives, and my face got even more. One side of it particularly you can still see is sort of chipmunk-like.
I mean, Hugh Grant is the most charming person on the planet, so I'm sure he made you feel perfectly fine with your hives.
No, everybody was really embarrassed. It was very awkward. It was like, who is this girl that's come? She's just got one scene and she's making such a meal of it, and nobody would talk to me. I was like a sort of, I mean, it was weird. I was weird. And I was also really shy and mortified. Anyway.
It's okay.
But moving on. Let's get to the next one. Maybe I'm cool in this one.
Yeah, I'm sure you're extra cool in this one.
To get a leading role just to die here with second-rate celebrities like you two!
Okay, so that's Scream 3.
Right.
That was my first ever film in Hollywood. And it was really fun. I really loved it. Oh my God, oh my God!
So it became an honor to die in the Scream franchise.
Yes.
What do you make of the way you were taken out? A knife to the neck.
I like it. I'm loving all of it. The thing is that what they do to you in these Scream movies, what they did, which is quite mean, is that they make you all believe that you are the murderer. And you get the feeling that you are, and you get quite sort of delusions of grandeur, and you go around, and then you perform in every scene as if you're killing everybody. But then you get to the end, and you're not the murderer.
So you're swaggering about like,
yeah,
I'm going to take you out.
Yeah,
you're going down.
Giving people the evil eye and looking really kind of mean.
All right, next up.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Lars and the Real Girl. Yes, this is. Yes, she was. I've never been more threatened by another actress than I was by this sex doll. Really, I'm saying that that's true.
Was it the boots? What was
It was just that Ryan Gosling was mad about her and really into her and just sort of was just totally doted on her. And I just felt like he didn't pay me any attention. All he was interested in was the sex doll. And actually, you realise from hanging out with a sex doll that there is an enormous amount of power to be had from being very quiet and still, as she was. Bianca, her name was. She was just quiet and still and quite dignified the whole time. And Ryan was just madly in love with her. And see, look how into her he is. Anyway, I felt like, oh God, I wish I could have the mystery of this sex doll. Why am I I'm trying too hard all the time? Really, I was jealous.
Competitive with a sex doll? No.
Yes. I was. Look how much he loves her.
You're like, what about me, Ryan? I'm right here staring you in your face. Why don't you love me? I'm the perfect girl.
Okay, so this is 30 Rock. This lady, Elaine Stritch,
Right.
I sort of vaguely knew about her, but I saw in the sort of shadowy distance of the studio when I arrived, this woman in a fur coat, and she was wearing nothing but a fur coat and tights, black tights.
That sounds about right.
And she had her hair in curlers, and I heard this voice go, "Has anyone got a f***ing pen?" And I was just like, oh my God, who's that? And then I realized that she was going to be playing my mother-in-law, my future mother-in-law. And she and I would sit on the set all day long, and she'd tell me all these amazing stories. And it was brilliant until the last minute when she gave me this joke to say. But I didn't understand it. And it was like an American New York colloquialism. And I didn't know what it was, but I was too scared of her by a million miles to say, I don't know what that joke is.
Get it. So you couldn't deliver it because
So
you
I
didn't
couldn't deliver it, and I really failed, and she got more and more and more angry. And then
she turned on you?
She turned on me. And she finally was just like, just do it as and she was like, can you not hear the rhythm of it? And I was like, no, what? Say it again. How am I meant to say it? And then she's like, just say it as I say it. And I, oh my God, and I just...
You're like Elaine.
Anyway, I really disappointed her, and I feel terrible about it. Now she's dead, and I can't make it up to her.
Well, you can just look into the camera and say, Elaine, wherever you are.
I'm really sorry. I should have been brave enough to ask what the point of that joke was.
All right, no.
This is Shutter Island. Because one gets tempted to just watch it. Hang on. So I had to be mad, and I had to turn up and go mad on a set in front of Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Ruffalo, Sir Ben Kingsley, I can't remember who various other luminaries were gathered around the room as I had to go insane.
So how quickly into filming did you start like calling Martin Scorsese Marty and Leonardo DiCaprio Leo? Were you like, day one, day two, Marty, Leo?
No, I don't think I ever did. But I did try to get into Martin Scorsese's car by mistake, because when we got into this conversation, I was telling him that the girl that was in the red shoes, Moira Shearer, had come to my mum and dad's house when I was a little girl because my dad knew her husband. And anyway, and then we got to his car, and we were just having such a good chat that I started getting into his car, and there's quite quickly an arm on your hand on your shoulder.
Go this way.
Yeah.
Does anybody think we're not good enough to pull this off?
Oh God, that's making me cringe.
Why?
Oh.
I mean, Aaron Sorkin's dialogue is notoriously difficult to wrangle. What was that like for you? I mean, he is verbose.
Yeah, it is like another language almost he writes in. It's very stylized, the writing.
Right.
And you're not allowed to get one word wrong. And in fact, I remember the first day, I had to say, Jim. I had to stop Jim getting out of the room, and I had to say Jim. And in the middle of the scene, Aaron stopped us and said, Emily, how many Jims are you saying? And I said, I have no idea. And he said, well, there are 5 written on the script, and you've said everything other than 5. You said 8 in the audition, you said 4 in the rehearsal, and now you're saying 6. But it's kind of amazing. You realize that actually he's like, his writing is like,
It
it's
has
like
a
he's
rhythm.
writing in verse. Yes, there is a rhythm. And it's much better if you get it right.
All right.
You know Mr. Brandish?
Okay, so this is the Bookshop. What I love about it is it's kind of the anti-American dream story. It's like you can try and try and try and try really hard at something and still fail. And that's actually the story of a lot of our experience of life. You know, failing is pretty much what we mainly do.
Bill Nye and Patricia Clarkson, book club on set, between takes.
Bill Nye is a great reader. He loves anything about Virginia Woolf. He's in love with Virginia Woolf. It's really peculiar. Yeah, she's, I guess, but Virginia Woolf and the sex doll were the 2 women I felt most kind of jealous of on various sets. Yeah, because he couldn't stop on about Virginia Woolf.
Thanks for surfing by, Emily. The Bookshop premieres August 24th. See you next week on Couchsurfing.